Good afternoon. Uh, yeah, they had another shooting at a nice facility today. I can't stress this enough. This is going to keep happening until we purge the schools and academia of the communists. We need to fire the teachers that are communist leaning. We need to fire professors that are communist leaning. There's no room for this in America. They're going to keep using incel goofballs or degenerates, who feel disenfranchised because of their perversions. Which, God, man, it's sad to see that the country's come to this. This country used to have no problem being who the hell they were without being a bunch of weird incel type people, or furry perverts or whatever. Which I have nothing against it, except these people have something against people who don't live that way. And they're hurt by the fact that, what the Bible says. If you're hurt by what the Bible says, it doesn't make sense to take it out on somebody else. And the people that are doing these shootings, they think they're winning for their movement, their Antifa communist bullshit. Which they don't realize they're just a little pawn. At the end of the day, the diehard communists aren't diehard communists at all. They're capitalists. They just don't want you to be capitalist. They don't want you to compete. It's what these communists miss. Every communist I've ever known that gets later in life and is successful, it's not because of communism. It's because of capitalism. Good question to ask a communist sometime. Why do you acquire things, give your things away, fill your house full of people, share your food, give away your bank card? They won't do that. They won't do that. But they will become your teachers. They will become your professors. Sometimes they'll even be the head of your HR departments. And they'll expect you to go out and do what they won't do. Or should even do it. You shouldn't do that to begin with. This killing another man because their viewpoint is pretty freaking gay. It's the ultimate sign of weakness. Yeah, you might have silenced somebody else, but you just pissed off and radicalized a bunch of other people for every person you kill. Realize this is what George Patton and guys like him warned about before and during World War II. And countless people have tried to warn ever since. We need a revival of McCarthyism. We need McCarthyism. It's time to get rid of the teachers that are communists. Time to get rid of the professors. There's no room for that in academia, especially not around young minds. And that's what we're seeing that is committing the violence. It's young people who have been radicalized by this ideology. Sitting in their little Reddit groups, jerking each other off. Fuck the power, fuck them. They got money, we don't. They don't have to work, they have. Man, fuck yourself with that shit. Seriously. And then the professors and the teachers who promote this and get kids ginned up to do this. You're sick, twisted, evil people. There's nothing righteous about your cause. urge politicians and community leaders start removing these people. And we need to get communists out of politics too. If I'm not mistaken, there's laws somewhere about it. You're a threat to this country. You shouldn't be in politics. You should be sitting, probably in a mental institution. For one, if you actually buy into the communism, agenda or ideology. Is it wrong with having programs that help people in society? No, but people can chip in. You don't force people and you don't take things that other people have earned that you have. It's ridiculous. Crying about who's a billionaire is fucking retarded. Worry about what you're doing. Try to figure it out. Get as far as you can. Even with the Charlie Kirk shooting, people were telling others more than one person. Of course, there's more than one person there. They need confusion. On a wholesale, without confusion. They're treading water even harder. They feed off of confusion. It is ridiculous what we have allowed academia to do to our youth. It's just as bad as anything I can think of. It's child abuse. Seeing this other shooter today, just a fucking baby. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But he was radicalized by somebody. I just hope our communities wake up and we start addressing the problem. A lot of you people that are union need to look at your unions and see where they get you to go. Strike at why they want you to strike, what they want you to protest. A lot of your union leaders are freaking commies too. They'll take your dues money. They'll get you ginned up, send you out to the front lines while they sit back and get fat and rich. Parents, talk to your kids. Because these teachers or professors are perverting your children's minds. For ones of you that have small children, if you can, find the proper private schools or homeschool. Don't put your kids in public school. You're asking for your kid to be radicalized by a fucking communist. That's about all I got for right now. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Thank you. And communism isn't punk, man. It's definitely not. So for all you want to be punk, sorry, I was going to shut down, but for all you punk rockers out there, new age punk rockers, punk was never a communist. Punk was always the most capitalistic thing in the world. And freedom of expression of oneself. Somewhere along the line, academia got in there, fucked that up too, and that's why you got pussy ass bands like Green Day. Sorry, this whole thing with another shooting, it's predictable. It's gonna get worse. especially like I say, if you don't clean out academia,